yesterday, our gods, our masters, the ones who we elect, um, they wanted to do they were dropped another omnibus bill, whatever. Last second, it's the same thing. How many times do we have to do this? 2,000 page omnibus bill, or this one was 1,500. The last second, oh no, we know this is gonna happen. Oh, like, we're gonna have to shut down the government. Oh no, we better pass this in the next 2 days, or the government's gonna shut down. So, like, you've been doing nothing this whole time, knowing that this is so apocalyptic. This whole time, not passing like little budgets for our budget to stay open for our government. Like, you're not doing that. You want to do nothing, and at the last second put this huge bill, which you inject laws, all these little laws, and then you sit here and say, we need to pass this bill or these people in America are going to suffer. That's what they do every single time. And it's utterly disgusting, because what they use is they hide stuff in there. Obviously, you can read 15. Like, what I would do is, I got staffers here. You read this section, I read this section, or I'd be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna read this section, and then, which they probably do anyway, and then another representative reads another section and try to, like, oh, okay, like, now let's have a meeting and we'll discuss what we found. That's probably how I would do it with these enormous bills, and try to figure out what's in there. But the first thing that came to my mind yesterday, since I've been using AI a lot, well, you could just put it up in the AI, just upload it to the internet. I was thinking about my contract for my union, and I was like, why don't they have this on the internet? Because if they had that on the internet and I can copy and paste the whole thing, I can put it in the AI and then ask it questions, and I can ask it where. So like, that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing, man. Like, I don't need representation as long as I have AI, so I can ask the question to AI. As long as I got, like, the doc. So, like, that's what they probably were doing yesterday, just uploading different sections and then asking it, dumb this down, simplify this. What are the big things in here what are the impacts in here? It's like how you ask AI questions. Find out, like misspendings, or what we don't really need. What do we not need? So, like, basically, the Congress people don't want to do their job. I don't know if this is true. I've seen people typing on X saying they were only in session for about 113 days this past year. The ones are in Michigan, or it's even worse here. Before they just came back in session, where the Republicans, they walked out. Apparently, there's this they're having this problem here with Democrats wanting to up the minimum wage for, like, people with who earn tips of $15 an hour or whatever, and now destroy businesses. So, like, the Republicans wanted to speak on, I guess, on that. I'm not sure, like, and they wouldn't let them speak, so they walked out. And then the Democrats just started passing all these bills themselves, which they have the majority. So, like, yeah, but there's no representation, and, like, the stuff they were just, like, pushing through. It was crazy to watch. I was watching it, a little bit of it, and the woman was speaking so quickly, like, they were just trying to, like, do as fast. It was absolutely disgusting, honestly, that they did that. But so basically, they've been in session for 55 days, What are we paying for? You know, the medium salary here is $71,000 for a representative. That's how much they make a year. Congress makes about $174,000 each member, and in this bill, they wanted to give themselves a raise. They wanted to give themselves like a $70,000 raise. I think, you know, they make $174,000, and they wanted to like up their salary to like $243,000. Why did they want to do that? Because they're shielding themselves from the inflation. They steal from the rest of us, and then they shield themselves from the consequences of their actions by printing out more money. And that's what this is, man. Like 60 billion to Ukraine. Like seriously, 60 billion to Ukraine. Okay. If they're just going to do that, which I don't want them to print any more money, I want them to be responsible, and I want them to, like Doge, like with Doge, like quit excessive spending like this. So we should shut down the government. Anyway, damn, this was very important too. Yeah, so like, if we're gonna spend that 60 billion, if anybody deserves that 60 billion, it's the working class as a stimulus itself. Essential workers like myself, you know, people like me that had to go to work during the pandemic, making the same amount as people in the service industry or whoever, got paid more to stay home. Isn't that utterly preposterous? Yes, we all got stimulus. You know, they just give like, oh, broad stimulus. You know, people on welfare, like, okay, whatever. Like, no, you don't understand. We got shafted. The working class continues to get shafted. And a lot of the working class, they don't understand assets. I'm sorry, they don't understand money. They don't understand economics. They don't understand how any of it. They don't really care, because they're more worried about like going out and doing their job and providing for their family. And if you're out here doing these manual labor jobs, it takes a lot out of you. The last thing you want to do is sit here and go through like omnibus budget. Like, dude, I was sitting here working yesterday because I work one of these jobs. I'm a working class, and I'm like dead tired. And like, I don't want to post on X. I don't want to read as much. And it's kind of like, you know, on my day off, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm all, you know, my brain is working pretty well. But it's like your brain starts work. Like you're using so much of your brain, like working. You get tired. You only have so much energy in a day. You know what I mean? So it's hard for it's a lot of these like it's hard to figure out what's happening right now, and you know, and keep track of everything, because people are like really busy. But like if they really wanted to stimulate the economy, they would bail out which I don't think they should. What I think they should do is sell all of our gold and buy Bitcoin. That's what I think. I think that's what we should do. I don't think we should pass this bill. I think that we should hold off, and I think that everything in this bill needs to be diced up. I think that we can figure out whatever we need to maintain the government until like Trump takes over, and we can fund that. We can keep the government funded. There's no deadlines. Like, I don't know what this deadline crap is. Oh, because we're like so then we'll just like spend the money for the next month and a half, whatever, 33 days, to keep the government, so everything's fine with the government. And no, it's not a long-term fix. Like, okay, this is a private, like, let's just keep things going until we get to the next administration. Then we'll figure it out then. But like, until then, do your jobs, and go into do your fights on the floor about these different laws that you're trying to push through. You don't just hide them and stuff. And anything else you guys want to like why are you not doing your jobs? Why, like, this is what pisses me off, is like, a lot of these people only care about themselves, or the bureaucrats, the people that, the donors that funded them, they don't care about us. They say they care about us, but they don't. Like, nobody takes me seriously when I say I want to run. Even like congressmen here, like, oh, how much money you got? Like, who's your delegates? Like, no, I think that I can gain support. With clout, I think that there's opportunity there, but I need support, and as long as I have clout, I can get my message out to people, and I don't need to go door to door. I don't need to do any of that crap. As long as I'm like put on people's platforms and people are like following me, and I'm gaining a following and shit like that, I think I can pick off one of these big members, even up to being the governor of Michigan, as I know how crazy that sounds. Like, how the heck can you be governor of Michigan? You don't even know anything. Like, yeah, well, guess what? I'm more aligned with the Republican Party right now. I will run as a Democrat in primary one of them. I have no problem. Like, whatever's best for the populist movement. And having two parties that are moderate, that's what we need. We don't need radicals on either side being the majority. We need moderates on each side that are grown adults. We need the adults to be in charge, not the children. And that's what the radicals are. They're children. So, I'm not taken serious, and that's cool. Like, it's I'm a person. I'm a visionary. Okay. I see the potential. I see what Trump did with social media. I think it helped them out tremendously in 2016. I think that it helped them out tremendously in 2020. There was other things that went on then. I think it helped out tremendously in 2024. So when the person he defeated spent 2/3 more than he did, like, his message resonated. He, like, him coming out to everybody, doing rallies like all the time, and obviously him being in the spotlight for the mainstream media too. Like, that's another thing, is like they want to know what's going on because they hate him so bad, and they want to put out this obviously other factors why Trump, like, he was almost murdered. That's like, they tried it like twice, maybe 3 times. But when I said to this representative, which I'm not going to talk about, I said I would rather do stuff a non-traditional way and not owe anybody any favors. He didn't say nothing back to that. So, because I don't want to be a politician. It sounds like so boring. Seriously, it sounds so boring. It's like, I don't want to be in court. I don't want to be a jury. It's so boring. I don't care about this crap. I have better things to do with my time. But I would, so I can go in there and be, shine spotlight on places that, if I can, as much as possible. Like the MAGA movement, we're shining, especially like Elon, like shining spotlight on all this. Like, they're sitting here trying to, they're like complaining that he's speaking on his platform, and like his influence of letting us know is a problem for the Democrats because they don't like his free speech. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna take the X away from him? This is a private company. There's nothing you can do about it, and you need to back off. Elon Musk is a national treasure, and all the people that hate him are highly ignorant, and they're just going along with the crowd. because he was beloved before his same with Trump. You look at the same thing. Oh, he was loved by the Democrats. And then all of a sudden he wants to become a Republican. So what the Democrats basically do is like anything that the Republicans, are for, they automatically want to go to the other side. They always want to challenge, no matter what it is. They want to sit here and be instead of being like, okay, that makes sense, we can agree. No, we want to fight you on everything, and it's just like, because they're children. I personally don't think that the Democratic Party is changing. I think that it's going to take another huge loss in 2026 for them to realize their mistakes, and they need to reform their party and kick out the radicals, or at least like you're not the majority. Like we're moderates. We like care about society. You know what I mean? We don't want to see destruction. You want to see destruction. Keep your communism out of here. So like that's where we're at. As far as Bernie Sanders goes, you can go fuck yourself, man. Like you're a dumb commie. You're spineless. You're weak. You can't even, your own party multiple times screwed you over, and you're still bootlicking for them. I don't respect people like him. He might say some good things, but at the end of the day, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I don't understand how he's not a populist. I don't understand why he's still holding on to communism. It's hard to respect this guy. Like I said, there's some stuff he says that I like. It's just like Fetterman. There's some stuff he says that I like. Just like anybody, man. There's some stuff they say that I like. Makes sense. I don't agree with the Republicans on everything. It's absolutely ridiculous. As far as like that's so crazy that the best you can take from the people you're supposed to be helping, lowering our purchasing power by devaluing the dollar even more, and then shield yourself from it. And that's what people need to come out with this. They need to understand this is what they are about. Is I don't care if and the people who vote on this, if this goes up for a vote, you can definitely see who the sellouts are, and they need to be exposed. And I will be exposing you, trust me, as much as I possibly can, especially in my local area. I will be like, yeah, okay, I'm a nobody. I get it. I'm a nobody. But maybe somebody will see it. That's a prominent figure that actually retweets something I say, that they like more people can see them than me. Even you know what I mean? So and it could bring on attention there from somebody else. Who knows? Like that's what's so crazy about X. X works in mysterious ways. It's so crazy. You have to dig. You have to want to find things. I suggest learning how to work with Grok. That's what, basically, like, and I'm trying, and I show people too a little bit, like, here's an interesting thing I asked Grok, and then you can see, like, simplify this, and then it simplifies it. So that's the thing, is you can make things sound more intelligent or less intelligent. So, like, if I wanted to, I can see something, a tweet, I can go to Grok real quick, and then I can be like, I can just go ahead and copy and paste that tweet that somebody put it into Grok and be like, give me a highly sophisticated argument against this. And then copy and paste, put it right there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I try to use my own opinions as much as possible. But, like, yeah, you can definitely do that. And I bet you a lot of these people actually do that. I try to be myself as much as possible. The input isn't there where I want it to be. I like to think about something and then it appears. So I don't have to worry about grammar, spelling, any of that crap. I can just be think about it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. I see something, think about it. Cool. Post it. Think about something, write it out. When I misspell, when my grammar looks weird, when something looks off, that shows that I'm human. So that tells you a lot. If everything is always perfect, nobody makes it. It's like, I understand that, but like, I'm not writing a book. I'm not writing a book. I'm just commenting, dude. It's so crazy how people just take things with the grammar and the spelling, and like, what was the message out of that? So you're gonna ignore the whole message, what I wrote, and just focus on that one misspelling that I can't edit. I can't go back. How many times have I seen something that I post? And I have, like, I've actually, like, okay, I'm going to take the time to I'm going to copy and paste this, fix it, retweet it, and delete what it's a dumb process. It's so dumb. But I'm like, I don't want to look this, I want them to see that I don't look this stupid. But I think Grok and X, it really has helped my intelligence big time. I follow really smart people. I listen to really smart people, and if I come across as highly intelligent, it's because I'm listening to highly intelligent people. I can't be an expert in everything, and I'm not an expert in anything. I just have like I like to generally know about a lot of different things. So I'm prepared to. And you can make a lot of money if you pay attention to everything going on in Grok. You really can. You can know where to invest. You can follow politicians who like Nancy Pelosi and just like invest in whatever they're investing in lifetime. And then when they sell, you get out. Like they know when to get out, they know when to get in because the game is rigged for them. How is this fair? This is so unfair. Like, they can rig the system for themselves because they know, like, what the government's going to invest in. So they can, like, okay, we're going to invest this much money in our AI project that we're trying to figure out with Grok and X. So we're going to put all these billions to X. Well, okay, X is bad. Let's say Tesla. We love Tesla. I think that they already are invested in Tesla, but we're going to invest even more. We're going to spend $1 trillion on this. Well, if you know $1 trillion, if you know, like, what contracts are coming up or what helps the government out, then you can be like, we're going to put this much money. Well, that's okay, I'm going to invest in that private company, or that not private, private company that's on the stock exchange. So it's really quite sad, and the average person doesn't see what's happening, and they don't see that their purchasing power is just being diminished by so quickly. People that are like having their savings in cash, they're being decimated. Like for me, if I don't mind having a big pile of cash if I know I'm going to buy something that is substantial very soon. I like to keep a couple grand in the cash so I can pay my bills, man. Like what happens if I just like to have some in my bank. I just like to have like a bubble in my bank account where my bills all get paid on time that I need them to get paid on time. You know what I mean? So something happens, well, I got some money right there I can pay my bills. But like if I had if I was investing in my 401k this whole time, and I have like hypothetically like 50 grand in there, and it's just like, yeah, I can sit here and put it in a more of a risky asset and make more money, maybe lose money. And I've done that because wanted to invest in Coinbase. Played around with it a little bit. Like, or I can make it more conservative and be more like, pretty much you're investing in like all the stocks. You're basically investing in the stock market. But if we go through a crash, what happens to your assets? They drop in value tremendously, like in 2008. We don't want that. We don't want tremendous drops like that. We don't want huge recessions. So, another thing that came out yesterday is the Fed. Jerome Powell said that the Fed can't buy Bitcoin. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a shit if the Fed can buy Bitcoin or have Bitcoin. It doesn't matter to me. The Treasury. Does the Fed own our gold? No. Our Treasury does, you fucking idiot. So, like, that's propaganda. That's to tell people, like, we can't have Bitcoin. Yes, we can. Our country can have Bitcoin. Okay? Our country can have a Bitcoin reserve. Other countries are lining up because they see our country doing it. And if they are smart, they'll invest. You see BlackRock. So what does that tell you? Like, they're still investing. They're still buying Bitcoin. I think they want 1 million Bitcoin, which I can't believe that they didn't invest already. They could have like pretty much said, Bitcoin, you're done. And they still could, maybe. I don't know. They're worth like 21 trillion. I mean, it's not easy to liquidate assets really, really quick. But I mean, they possibly can. But you know, you sit there and dump a bunch of Facebook, or you dump a bunch of this company and that company. You know, so you can buy Bitcoin. You're gonna destroy. You're gonna tank their stocks. You're gonna tank them big time. So that's probably not, especially like, I don't think that you want to like destroy Facebook if you have control over it somewhat. I think that BlackRock has I don't think that BlackRock should be able to be buying homes either. I think that's utterly ridiculous. I don't think that any other foreign country should be able to be buying property here in America. Now, if an individual comes over here as a citizen, yeah, that's cool. But you gotta be like basically a citizen here. You shouldn't be a dual citizenship. If you want to purchase property here, it's just like if I go somewhere else. In some places, even if I become a citizen, I still can't purchase property. So you definitely need to be careful if you move abroad somewhere. Look into the, like, you yeah, you can marry some local, but what if she kicks you out? Well, she probably won't, as long as you have a lot of money. I don't think that she would kick you out, but still, like, do you really want that? Or do you want to own the property so you can just be like, get the fuck out of here? You know, you do what you want, just be mindful of what's out there. Things are different places. So anyway, these people are disgusting. I feel I hope that just shut the government down then. Shut it down. I think they still get paid. Apparently our soldiers don't get paid though. They will get paid in the form of a lump sum. But why do they keep on doing this intentionally? Fund our soldiers. Come out with some one little issue bill. We're funding them so they don't go without. We're funding them until March. Why are you not doing? I don't care about this omnibus bill. This omnibus bill needs to be cut up and dissected and voted on individually. But they want to sit here and act like they can't do that because they want to get kickbacks for themselves. Obviously, they want the pay raise. Christmas is coming great for them, while the rest of us get to suffer with lower purchasing power, and they don't have to worry about it.